Hi, Sam. Good morning.
Hi, Coach. Good morning.
So, how are you today?
So far so good, Coach. There's long chats, but I can still manage.
I see. It's great to know that you can confidently say that you were able to manage your long chats today. That's a good sign. So, what went well this week?
Actually, Coach, I have two things to share to you. One of that is bad news and a good news. So for bad news, it's really, it really worries me because the COVID cases in our hometown is really increasing. And aside from that, two of my friends very close to me is tested positive for
Hmm.
COVID-19. Well, at the same time, the good news is we received a news like 2 days ago that my younger sister
Hmm.
is one of the top, or I just say dean's lister in
Wow.
their in this school year. So it's like all my hard works are paid off.
Oh, so that's a great news hearing that your little sister that you've been supporting ever since for college is one of the dean's list. That's a very wonderful news.
Yes, and we are very proud of her because for the first semester she's still one of the top, and then
Mm.
second semester I guess she's really consistent on doing her best in her studies.
Well, I cannot agree more that you should feel proud of yourself too for being a responsible, sibling. And that's great news. And thank you for sharing that to me. And I'm really sorry about your friends since they tested positive for the virus. So that's why we have to be very careful, especially if we have to go outside, like running errands. Make sure to be careful, okay?
Yes, coach. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes, especially knowing that your whole family is not here with you in Cebu. So you only have yourself. So don't forget, you can always talk to me, to your teammates, to
Mm.
TL if you need someone to talk to. Okay?
Yes, coach. Thank you so much.
All right. So, yeah, no, hearing this great news about your sister, how is this going to, affect your motivation for your work? Because I can remember the last time that we had a coaching, like I would actually say from the start that you were transferred to my team and I asked you about your motivation to work. You actually mentioned, like, it's very consistent of you to talk about your family, and you specifically mentioned about your sister since you're supporting her financially for college tuition, allowance, and everything else. So how is this affecting your motivation?
Well, actually, coach, the same reason for my motivation, it is my family, most especially
Mm.
supporting my younger sister to sending her to college. At the same time, the level of motivation is now increasing. Especially, she will be in second year college in
Mm-hmm.
this opening.
Mm-hmm.
In this new school year, so it requires more when it comes to financial. So I really need to work hard.
Mm. I see. I understand why you mentioned that this time it's like a level up of your motivation, knowing
Mm,
all the expenses for college is not cheap. So I salute
yes,
you for
coach.
helping out your family. So
Yeah, especially she's taking doctor of veterinary medicine, so it
oh,
really requires.
yeah, exactly. That with that course, there could be a lot of expenses, like a lot of like paraphernalias, a lot of visits to I don't know, hospital. I'm not very familiar with that, but I have two cats. So
Mhm.
owning two cats is expensive already. How much if you are a doctor of animals? Like,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, so of course, if that's the case, this time your motivation kind of leveled up because of the financial requirement to support your sister this coming school year. Then let's make sure you accomplish that. Okay.
Yes, coach.
Yes, so that's the purpose of our coaching session. That's my purpose. It's to help you and prepare you to accomplish your goals in a specific time frame. I guess what is your time frame for this motivation? Am I I'm assuming that you'll be helping her out the entire college.
Yes, coach. I will be supporting her until she passed the board exam,
I see.
until she will become really a veterinarian.
Oh, how I wish I have an older sister like you. I am the eldest, so we share the same responsibilities, and I know it's kind of hard, but it
Mm.
actually will test you to be a stronger person, to be more reliable person. So great job on that
A-
department.
and to add, you need to really budget.
Yes, your money management will be tested.
Yeah.
So, okay, so since we know what we want, since you know your motivation, and I'm really happy about it, then let's take a look at your performance, since this is going to tell you if we can afford to support, right? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So, let's take a look at your scores. Let me pull it up real quick, okay? So, yes, Sam, I would like to ask a few questions before we dive into your scorecard. Can you remember our last coaching session? Like, what is the KPM we had to focus on? The focus behavior.
Yes, as far as I can remember, Coach, our action plan
Mm-hmm,
during our coaching session is to ask open-ended questions
mm-hmm,
whenever I need to elaborate members' concern. For example, if it's bid buy, I need to ask, like, for me to better assist you, how do you want us to proceed, or what resolution are you looking for today? Now, for the PYI, as far as I can remember, we talk about, or I need to apply to ask these questions, like in order to proceed. Um, Same thing. What resolution are you looking for today? And also, I also need to ask the member what troubleshooting steps you've done so far and the
mm-hmm.
results.
I see. You know what? It's very wonderful that you can remember the action plans that we discussed during our last coaching session. So I really appreciate that you bared it in mind, and you can still, elaborately say the sample open-ended questions. So with those action plans that we discussed, what KPM did we focus on to?
It's for my CSAT.
I see. Okay. Very good. Yes, that's correct. It's your CSAT that we had to focus on too, and the action plans were accurate, the one that you mentioned. So yes, and to add to that, before we even use the open-ended questions, we have to also recognize if it's a single or multiple solution, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm very curious, since it's been like, what, a week after already from our last coaching session. How's our action plan serving you so far?
It really helped me a
Mm-hmm.
lot, coach. Especially, I can
Mm-hmm.
my as I check all my contacts, that when I applied those questions, it really helps me to to discover more as to what really member what really the member wants to achieve during the contact. And it really like works, because
Mm-hmm.
my CSAT right now is improving.
Great. That's great to hear that you can assess if it's really working for you or not, because I would say not all action plans are that effective. That's why we have to put it on test, like to measure it, if it's really working for you, if we have to change it, if we have to add or like, make some adjustments to that. So it's great to hear that it's working for you. And we were
Mhm.
so specific with the topics. It was for PYI and BDI, right?
Yes.
All right.
That's
So
right.
good. Okay, so good to know it's working. And let's take a look at your scorecard already. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me know if you can see it or if there's any problems in your end. Okay.
Sure, coach.
Okay. All right. So by the way, while I'm pulling it up, I would like to ask if you had a time today to check on your daily scorecard.
Yes, coach. I actually always check my scorecard before I take chats because it helps me to assess on how I do well yesterday. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, as what you've always remind us to separate the folder for our scorecards for us to check it immediately before we take chats so that we can check as to how good we did yesterday and what to do, or I mean what to improve for us to um, increase our scores for today.
I see. And I'm very impressed that you're actually doing it. Like, I'm not expecting everyone to really check it every day, 'cause especially if like you were rushing and pulling up your tools or something like that. So I really appreciate that you actually do it every day before you start your shift, because this is very important. As you said, you will be able to assess how did I do yesterday? What are the things that I have to work on today? Is it HD or CSAT? So it's really, really good. And the fact that you followed my instructions to the team, which is to create a different folder for scorecards. So it will be easier for you to check, right?
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
coach.
Okay. So, yeah, I would like to also add that this is very important that you check your scorecard on a daily basis, because we have different, in our team, we have different shifts. So you come in at 11:45 and I come in at 3:30 in the morning. So you doesn't have to wait for me to give you the stats update. So you
Mm,
can utilize that resources for your own benefit, right?
yes, that's right, coach.
Okay, very good. All right, let me share my screen and let me know if you see if you see the team lead dashboard.
Yes, coach, it's clear.
Okay, good. Now, is this familiar to you?
Yes, coach. I always see this when I check my scorecard.
Very good. Yes, it is actually just the same somehow. But in this page, you will see your per week performance. And we'll go ahead and focus on first on your CSAT, okay? Since that's the KPM that we're working on.
Mhm. Okay,
So,
coach.
okay, so we'll see if there's any improvement or how did you do for the last for the last week. So this is at the top, you will see your CSAT score, and below that, that will be your target. So let's start with June. Okay, so for weekly, let's start with June 15 until this running week, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the data. I would like you to check first the heat map and tell me, how do you think you did for the past weeks?
Well, I should say, coach, it's really not consistent because there are some weeks that I am able to hit the target. At the same
Mm-hmm.
time, there's also weeks that I'm not able to hit the target. Almost, but
Mm,
still not able to hit the target.
I see. I totally agree with you that you're correct. The trend is inconsistent. There are weeks that you were able to hit your target. There are weeks that you almost, and there are weeks that you were below target. So let's move on to HD, okay?
Yes, coach.
All right. So for HD, you will see here, this is your HD. Below that is a target, and then below that is a heat map. So what can you say about your HD per week?
I can proudly say, Coach, that I can really manage when it comes to my AHT because I am able to always hit the target.
Right. Yes, it's pretty obvious because you only see they're green, so you're hitting targets. And
Yes.
not just that. I would like to say you're actually hitting above target.
Mm.
So you did really great on your AHT. So looking at these two KPMs on a weekly basis, what KPM do you think we have to focus on this week?
It's still my CSAT, Coach.
I see. I also agree with that. It's pretty obvious that it's CSAT that we have to work on. And what do you want to achieve? Because I want to know, since you open your scorecard every day, and this is what you see, because this is for the last, I don't know, June. Yeah, June week of June. So what you saw before was like there are green, there are red, there are amber. So I would like to know, what do you want to see once you open your scorecard again for the next few days?
All right. For the next few days, Coach, I really want to see my scorecard, like
Mm-hmm.
hitting all the target. Especially, I want to see changes in my heat map, the legend. I want to see that for the next few days or
Mm-hmm.
for the moving forward for the next
Mm-hmm.
few weeks, I want to see my heat map. The color will be green, consistent green.
Yes, me too. I would like to see your scorecard to be consistent in the green zone. So we can say that, yes, we were able to achieve the consistency on your CSAT and your AHT. That means you were able to balance out both KPMs, and that's really great.
Mm. Yes, Coach.
Okay, very good. So, by the way, do you have any questions for your week on week performance? Anything that you want to clarify?
None so far, Coach.
Okay. So let's take a look at your monthly, okay? To see if how you did on a monthly basis. So on the next tab here, you will see the month, which is your monthly performance. So I have here filtered for June. Now, this is how you did for the last month. And that's, is this below target? Or are you hitting target or beyond target?
It's really below target.
Right. So you were not that far from the target. You were almost there for last month. And for HT here, what can you say about your HT for last month?
I'm doing good with my AHT, Coach.
Yes. So you've been so consistent with your HT since last month. And it's the same with your CSAT for last month. You were not able to hit it, and there are some inconsistencies. So let's take a look at
Mm.
your running month performance, okay?
Mm.
All right. So for this running month performance, let's take a look at your CSAT. What can you say about your CSAT?
I am 1 point away.
How does that make you feel?
Proud because I still have like a few days for me to work on with my CSAT, and I wanted to make sure that I will be able to hit the target.
Right. So 1 point away is not that bad, right? So
Yes.
it's you're 99.6% from your target. So that's pretty good improvement, would you say?
Yes.
Okay. So how about your HT? Let's take a look. You see here. Okay. So this is your HT for this running month. What can you say about your HT?
I can still, I mean, I'm still proud to say, Coach, that I'm still hitting beyond target.
Correct. So you've been very consistent on AHD, and for CSAT, you're almost there. So how do you feel about your performance this running month compared to last month?
I can really say, Coach, that there's really an improvement when it comes to my CSAT because for the month of June, I'm
Mm-hmm.
really like beyond the target. I mean below the target.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, right now I am only 1 point away, and I know I can still work on this.
Right. And That's a great news to see some improvement. We may not be at the place where we need to be or we want to be, but we're almost there, which is really really great. Now, how is this going to help you accomplish your goal if you will be consistent on your CSAT?
Well, if I will be consistent with my CSAT coach, as well
Mm-hmm.
as I will be able to maintain my AHT, well, it would really help me a lot because, as what we have always discussed,
Mm-hmm.
if we are doing good with our scores, with our numbers, it means that we will be able to have a good day. And apart from that, it also means that we were able to deliver good customer service to our members.
Wow, that's really great. So that everything you said makes sense, and it's all accurate. That if you will be able to consistently perform on both KPMs, then it will totally affect your goal, which is to financially support your sister, because that means you will be able to maximize your performance bonus, right?
Yes, coach.
Okay, and I cannot wait for us to be there.
Me too.
Okay, that's great. So, all right, let's take a look at since we focused on the two topics, it was PYI and your BBI because those topics were like um, the survey generator topics. So I pulled up your June and July months for those two topics, and this is how you performed. So for the month of June, for the two topics, what can you say? This is your CSAT.
Well, it's really below the target.
That's right. And for this running month, this is how you did. And the month is not yet done. So we have a chance to still, improve this. What can you say? What's the difference?
There's really an improvement, coach,
Mm-hmm.
for my bid buy
Mm-hmm.
topic. Though I'm not yet hitting the target, but I am getting there.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, for PYI, I guess I was able to hit the target.
Great. Yes, those are the numbers, and it's translating to how you have improved for this month compared to last month. So, what we'll be doing is to see how we can improve and on your BBI and to be able to hit our target. Okay.
Okay.
So, in order for us to do that, then we'll be checking on one of your surveys, recent surveys actually, and see what we can improve, what have you done good in this contact. Okay.
Okay, coach.
All right. But before we proceed, do you have any questions?
None so far, coach.
All right. Good. So this is one of your one-star surveys for bid buy level SRs. And the chat duration was only 8 minutes and 45 seconds. And this was the CSAT comment left by your member. So I'll kindly read the comment left by your member, please.
Okay, coach. Um, Receiving a lack of any follow-up information on an eBay order once the order has been placed and being informed that
Mhm.
order is in, and finding no information relating to the order in eBay's order history file. There should be some way of finding out if an error was made in the order process or if the order has been sent to the seller for being processing.
Okay, thank you for that, Sam. So, do you have any questions so far with the survey response?
None so far, coach.
Okay, all right. So, let's proceed on the chat transcript for the specific chat contact. So, what we'll be doing is we'll be reading the transcript, and I'll be Samcha in this situation, and then you will be the customer. Now, I want you to place yourself on the customer's shoes, and try to channel how this member would have felt in this entire chat, so you can share, you can relate to why this member answered your survey this way. Okay.
Okay, coach.
All right. So, escalation from eBay Help Bot. Thanks for contacting us at eBay Live Chat. This is Tia. Can I have your first and your last name, please?
Robert Boyd.
Hi, Robert. I believe you wanted the details for your purchase. Is that right?
I ordered a Mighty Max 12 volt 8 Ah battery and gave all my information. Order 19-05407-83664.
Before we proceed, can I have your complete address so I can verify your account?
Yes, I would like information. I never received an email and I really need those batteries.
Not a problem. I'm more than happy to get it for you.
14393 Ideal Road, PO Box 191, Loris City, Ohio 43755.
Great, thank you. Upon checking, you purchased the item as a guest. Let me get the details. Order number 1905407-83664. Item name, Mighty Max 12 volts 8 AH battery replacement for Acorn stair lift. Two-pack item number 382217154001. Tracking number, USPS tracking number 940510899501026518356. Estimated delivery date will be this July 23rd. Please be keen on the estimated delivery date because you are covered by eBay money back guarantee if you will not receive it. Are you still with me?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so glad to help you get the details of your item. Thanks for choosing eBay. Stay safe and healthy. Chat ended. So again, the chat duration for this was only 8 minutes and 45 seconds. So what's the stated issue of the customer? I know this was escalated from HelpBot, so the initial concern type of customer cannot be seen on the transcript. But can you remember this contact, Sam?
Yes, coach. I actually can remember this contact. So as far as I can remember, during when the chat, the initial,
Mm-hmm.
the initial concern of the member is I want to get details of the item.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you for that, Sam. Yeah, because we cannot see that here. But anyways, um, with how the member laid out his initial concern, was it a single or a multiple solution?
Well, I should say it's a multiple solution.
Oh, how can you? Why is it a multiple solution for you?
Because actually there's a lot of reason that a member may contact us and getting the details. It might be because they wanted to track the shipment of the item. They wanted to contact the seller,
Mhm.
or they did not receive the item.
Those are actually correct. Those are the possible solutions that this member might be looking for, because the customer state the stated issue was very vague, as you mentioned. So very good. It's a good thing that you can identify if it's a single or multiple solution, so it will be easier for us to to know how to approach it. So let's move on to this part. When you confirmed, when you asked for this confirmation question, and you said, "Hi, Robert, I believe you wanted the details for your purchase. Is that right?" And the member responded, "I ordered a Mighty Max 12 volt battery and gave all the information with the order ID." Um, Based on how the member responded, do you notice any stated or unstated emotions?
Yes, coach. I actually noticed that there is a sense of urgency because the member really made an effort to provide the order number of the item. So it really tells me that the member wanted to get the details as soon as possible.
Okay, so if I got you correctly, you felt that there is an unstated emotion because the member provided you all the information you would be needing right off the bat. Like he wanted you to check on it as like right away. Am I correct?
Yes, coach. That's right, coach.
Okay. And you also mentioned that there's effort because the member was able to look for these information like the title, the listing, and the order ID. Am I correct?
Yes, coach.
I see. Okay, so since the member, like, since you recognize that there's an unstated emotion with from the statement of the customer, then how do you want this member to feel if you have to respond?
I would make the member feel that I really value your effort for providing for providing the order number because it really helps me to check the details as soon as possible and give it to him.
Mm, okay, that's actually great of you to come up with that. Like you want the member to feel that you valued his effort and time because yeah, I agree, it's going to be so much easier for you now that you have the order ID versus if you don't have those information and you have to look for it, you have to ask probing questions to get that information. But in this member's case, he provided it to
Mm.
you right away, right?
Yes, coach.
I see. Okay, so if that's what you want the member feel with all the, efforts he's done for you, then how can you make this member feel that way?
Um, by acknowledging his effort, coach.
I see. And I'm very curious, how are you going to acknowledge this member?
I should say I really appreciate. I mean, I understand that you really wanted to get the details for the item. At the same time, I really appreciate your effort for providing me the order number or the order
Hmm.
ID because it helps me to check the details quickly.
Okay, very good. That's actually a very good statement. It covers the effort, the sense of urgency, and making the member feel valued. So, do you think it would have made an impact if you have responded that way during this contact?
Yes, coach.
I
It
see.
really make an impact.
Why do you think so?
Because during this contact coach, to be honest, I was not able to acknowledge.
Mm,
So if only I was able to acknowledge, member may have felt that I really valued his time and his effort.
great, great. That's actually correct. That's one way for us to let the member feel that we value them, we care about them, and we heard them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're done with that part, and I'm looking through the whole chat contact. What are the questions you ask to this member?
I just actually asked a confirming question. It's the one that I said, "Hi, Robert. I believe you wanted, to get the details for your purchase. Is that right?" I
Mm,
believe that is the only probing question that I throw to the customer.
and what kind of question is this?
It's a close-ended question.
I see. Yes, we went through the whole contact. It's a pretty quick contact, and you only ask one question. So since he only asked one closing-ended question, did it help you discover the desired outcome of the customer?
Um, Honestly, not, coach.
Why do you think so?
Because during the contact, to be honest, I really thought that
Mm-hmm.
I get the member's desired outcome or what he really wanted to do. At the same time, when I checked the survey verbatim of the member, when I got that one day after
Mm-hmm.
the contact, then I realized that I should really have asked probing questions or
Mm-hmm.
open-ended questions so that I can get the motivation of the member why he contacted us in the first place.
I see. So yeah, it makes sense because you mentioned earlier that you can remember this contact. So I would like to know, how did you feel after this contact? Were you confident that you were able to provide the best customer experience or not?
Yes, coach, I am confident after this contact. During
Mm.
this contact, I am really sure that this is really what the member wants.
Okay, so you had this impression, oh, I was able to help this member. It was very quick,
Yeah.
and I was able to answer the
Mhm.
question that would merit me a 5 star. Is that how you felt?
Mhm.
I see.
That's right.
So you mentioned that you checked your VOC and you received this survey, a 1 star survey from this member that you thought you were able to help. And with these comments, did you read the comment when you checked?
Yes, I actually read the comments,
Mm,
and I also went back to our contact. I checked our transcript, and then
mm,
I noticed something that I did not notice during the contact.
I see. And I wonder, how did you feel after receiving the 1 star survey and with this comment? How did you feel about
Uh,
it?
I really felt sad because
Mm,
I really thought that I really helped the member. I
mhm,
addressed his concern,
mm.
but it's not.
So I bet you were surprised at what? I got a 1 star?
Yeah, yeah. Then I
I
really thought that it's really a resolved contact or a successful contact.
I see. Well, that's the purpose of having this conversation. Let's take a look at why the member gave you this survey and this CSAT score. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we were able to take care of the acknowledgement part. You agreed that you could have acknowledged, um, and I would like to check since you mentioned that when you went through the chat transcript again, you were able to recognize some bits of information that the member mentioned, and you did not notice it the first time, like on the original chat conversation you had. So I would like to take a look if this was the information you missed. So when you asked the member the confirmation question, and the member responded, yes, I would like information. I never received an email, and I really need those batteries. So you responded, not a problem. I'm more than happy to get it for you. So did you pick up all the important details that the member shared to you in this statement?
To be honest, coach, during the contact, I am more focused on the confirmation that the member, in
Mm,
the member's confirmation when I asked for the details of the purchase. So
mm,
I am focused to that statement. I never got the part where member mentioned I never received an email.
I see. And now you just noticed it.
Yes.
I see. So if you could have noticed this part of the statement that I never received an email, how would you respond?
If I am able to notice or to focus on that as well, I could have
Mm,
explained to the member why he was not able to receive an email. Because especially if it's a guest purchase,
mhm,
for some reasons, the confirmation email from eBay will go to the spam folders of the
mm.
member or to their junk folders, and sometimes as well, there is no confirmation email that member will receive.
I see. So you would like to get more information about this statement that the member said, I never received an email, right?
Yes.
And how are you going to do that to get more information?
I should ask, can you tell me about not receiving an email?
Hmm.
I
Nice.
could have asked that open-ended question
Right. Because the purpose of asking open-ended question is
to get more information from the member and also to get his desired outcome.
Very good. That's right. Now, I would like to take a look at the resolution part. Let me see here. So, since you mentioned that you were too focused on this part, like the member confirmed that he just wanted to get the details of the purchase, may I know if that's why you provided these details to the member
Yes,
as
coach.
a resolution? Okay.
Yes,
I
coach.
All right. So now that we know what you missed in this contact, do you think if you could have done those, like the acknowledgement, open-ended question, do you think it would made an impact to this entire conversation with a member?
Yes, coach. It will really like make an impact because if I were able to personalize my resolution
Mm-hmm.
according to the members' desired outcome, which I
Mm-hmm.
failed to do because I was too focused on the confirmation that when on the members' confirmation that he wanted to get the details.
Mm-hmm.
So because I was not able to answer those probing questions, this contact could have been made as a first contact resolution.
Mm. Okay. Since you mentioned about the first contact resolution, why do you think so that this could have been a first contact resolution?
Because if I were able to get all the information, the desired
Mm-hmm.
outcome of the member, the main reason
Mm-hmm.
why he contacted us, so he will not be able to contact us again and ask us again
Okay.
why he did not receive an email.
Okay. Now I get you. So you feel this is how a successful chat interaction for you. Am I correct? To provide the first
Yes,
contact resolution. Okay.
yes, coach.
Because you think that this member would contact us again because you were not able to address one of his concern, which is why he did not receive the confirmation email for this order. Am I right?
Yes, coach.
I see. Okay, now that we get a picture of how a successful interaction looks like, what do you think is the behavior that would make this a successful interaction by providing the first contact resolution?
Still asking or throwing open-ended questions to discover the members' desired outcome.
Great. We're on the same page on that. I totally agree that if you could have discovered more and not just focus too much on the surface, which was the stated issue of the customer, which is to get the details of that guest purchase, you could have provided the resolution for
Mhm.
the desired outcome of the member. Okay, and you could have personalized the resolution according to the desired outcome of the member. Now, I would like to know and understand why you were so focused on that specific issue, which is to get the details of that purchase.
Because to be honest, coach, based on my past contacts, when the
Mm-hmm.
member mentioned I want to get the details, so I went straight to getting the details of the transaction, like the item number, the order number, the estimated delivery date, and most importantly, the tracking information of the item. So I believe I am really I'm basing it on my previous contact, to be honest.
Because
That's why I
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
because that's the reason why I'm too focused because I usually get this contact.
Mm,
Now I did not realize that there's really need behind the need.
I see. So this is a pretty common issue for you, right?
Yes,
Okay, yes, because you mentioned you get this all the time, and you just assume, am I correct, that this is the issue of the customer based on your previous experience?
that is right, coach.
Okay. So is this how you usually handle this contact?
Yes, coach.
I
for my
see.
past contacts. It's
Oh,
really getting the details.
mm, okay. So for you, this is a simple contact. Is that the reason why you don't spend a lot of time on this kind of chat or issue?
Yes, coach.
I see. And may I know, did you notice anything good from like making this chat quick, or why did you decide to not spend too much time on simple issues?
Because coach, I was, I mean, I decide not to spend a lot of time when it comes to um, simple issues, because I know that all the issues, not all members concerned are easy. So I need to make sure that a simple contact, a simple uh, a simple member's
Mm,
concern will be addressed quickly. At the same time, because since I know that not all the contacts are simple, um, I really make sure that um, when a not common issue will be when I get a common
mm,
issue from,
mm,
a not common issue from the member,
mhm,
I really know that I will spend a lot of time. So for me to balance my HT, I need
mm,
to I need to check, or
mhm.
I need to check what are the contexts that are simple, that just needs small amount of time, and a context that need a lot of time.
Okay, so just to make sure we're on the same page. So far you mentioned that you kind of categorize your chat according to the issue, if it's a simple or complicated issue. You also base it on your previous experience. So once you find that, oh, this is a simple issue, you will do your best to make it quick and and spend your time to a complicated issue. Am I correct?
Yes, yes, coach.
Okay. So how is it serving you so far in making sure that you end the chat quickly for simple issues?
So far, coach, based on my VOC, when I checked it,
Mm.
some of the members really want their concern to be addressed quickly. So somehow,
Mm.
for me, it worked.
Ah, okay. Okay, you know what? I really appreciate that you take time to check on your VOC, like comments. And as you mentioned, that's where you got the impression that if it's quicker for me to resolve the issue, then it's better for the member. Am I correct?
Yes, coach.
Let's see. You know what? Let me take a look at your surveys for, 5 surveys, 5 star and 4 star surveys.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that your members would usually comment that it's quick. You take a look if it actually is in the comments. Okay, very friendly, concise, and respectful. Yeah, I see here. I was helped really quick and gave me information that I needed. Tia was able to answer my concerns quickly and was very friendly. The way I was handled in such a quick manner, yeah, it makes sense. Now I see what you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about. Fast responses. I see. Okay. So yes, this kind of validated your impression that the quicker I resolve the issue, the better. So okay. Um that's interesting. Now I want to know what is the reason why you think the member give you 4 or 5 stars if you were able to quickly resolve their problem.
It is because, coach, I was not able to really get the main reason why he contacted us. Although he he provided me the information, I was not able to catch that because I was too focused on, when the members confirmed the issue. So
I see.
somewhat, I disregarded it.
Okay. So by asking or by quickly resolving the customer's concern, what is your main point of it? Like, what do you want your members to feel? Why you try to be quick?
Because I really wanted to make the member feel that I really value their time and I'm really
Mm.
not wasting their time. So I
Ah.
really make sure that if it's an easy concern,
Mm-hmm.
or I can really handle it like as quick as possible, I
Mm-hmm.
need to provide the resolution to the member.
Okay. One statement actually lingers, which is you said it's a way for you to show the member that you value their time. That's why you make it quick. Now, I want to know, since you were not able to, to spend so much time on this issue, because you were not able to ask the open-ended questions, and you were not, as you said, you were not able to discover the desired outcome of the customer. Then, um, do you think this member will not contact us again, or as you said, first contact resolution?
Um, Based on this contact coach, there is really a possibility that the member will contact us again because his main reason for contacting us was not addressed. That is, asking why he was not able to get the confirmation email from eBay, because he also wanted to make sure that there is no mistake on his information. The payment really went through. Or, for example, I believe the member would really want to check the shipping address,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of the important part of an order.
I see. So, so you're saying that in this contact, maybe yes, it was quick. You were able to handle it for like 8 minutes, but there's a possibility of this member to contact us again for the same question, for the same issue. Correct?
Yes, coach.
Okay. So I want to know, how is it affecting like your impression or your goal, which is to make your member feel that you value their time. How is it affecting it?
It's actually really affecting, coach, because though I was able to like answer part of his question, I was
Mhm.
not able to address his main concern. I mentioned that I valued his time, but if he will contact us again, that's another waste of time from him. So moving forward, I really
Mm,
need to make sure that every contact that I will receive, I will make it as a first contact resolution.
I see. Okay, you know what? It's a really good realization that you were able to, discover today with this contact that this member may spend a very short amount of time with you during this chat, but the possibility of contacting us again is contradicting your goal, which is to make the member feel valued with their time. Now, I want to know, what is your takeaway from this coaching session, specifically for this contact?
Um, I guess my takeaway for this contact coach, that a quick resolution will really not. A quick resolution really will not work in all the contexts that I receive. Because
Mm,
though my goal is to provide the resolution as quickly as possible, if
mm,
it means that the main concern of the member will be compromised or will not be addressed, that is still not. That is still not a successful um, contact, and there's really still a possibility that member will contact us again.
okay. I'm really glad that you were able to realize that not it doesn't mean that you were able to handle this type of contact. It's the same with this member because every member is unique, right?
Yeah. Yes, coach.
Okay, so all right, we're good with that, and I appreciate you were able to realize that part because it's really going to impact your CSAT score um, in moving forward. Now, how can we make sure that the next time you will get a chat, and if it sounds or feels like it's a simple issue, you will be able to discover the desired outcome, and in result you will be able to provide a personalized resolution according to the desired outcome of the member. How are you going to make
Now,
that happen?
I can make that happen, coach, if I am able to ask open-ended question to discover what is really the desired outcome of the member. So I need to ask more. I need to probe more.
Okay, very good. It's actually the same action plan um, as we had before. It's just this time it is more targeted. Now that we discovered your mindset, because it has something to do with your mindset. It means you know how to ask open-ended questions. It's a matter of when you ask the open-ended question. So
Mm,
we can set aside the assumption that, oh, so this is a simple issue, I will not ask more questions. So that's what
mm,
is important here. So
mm.
aside from asking open-ended question and when to ask open-ended question, what else do you think that we can do, or any help from you that you need?
I would also like to ask from you, coach, for us to continue our chat activity if whenever we have time, so that I can practice more on probing and asking open-ended question.
I'll be more than glad to do that. I really enjoy doing the chat activity in Slack. So in that way, I can also know if you're exhibiting it correctly and if you know how to apply it in the first place. So I totally agree with
Mhm.
that. We can make a chat activity, I guess, twice a week as long as we can afford to pull you out. And for our coaching session, we can also do that to just check if you can apply it on your chat. So, any other action plans that you think that can help us, or is that it?
I also would like to ask coach
Mhm.
that whenever I will receive a one-star survey, can we spend a time to check and give me a feedback as to what I did wrong or what I did right during the contact?
Sure, we can totally do that. I'm just like when I provide you feedback on your one-star survey, I will continue to do that for you and to see if what we can improve for if you will handle the same contact again. So I will take note of that. So, anything else?
None so far, coach.
Okay. So, do you have any questions for me before we go, Sam?
Not at all, coach. I'll just contact you if I have one.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I know that you will reach out to me whenever you have questions because you always reach out to me through messengers or web mails, and I really appreciate that you're not hesitant in contacting me regarding anything. So continue to do that, okay? If you have any questions.
Yes, coach. Not
Okay.
a problem.
All right. So I hope I was able to help you. I hope this coaching session made you feel better and more
Yes, coach.
confident.
I will really make sure that if I will get the same just like what we checked today, I
Mm,
will really probe more.
okay. So, are you excited to take chats tomorrow?
Very excited.
Okay, then. So, we'll see the improvements on your chats, and I'm really proud of you for your improvements. So, that's it. Thank you for your time, Sam.
Thank you so much, coach.
Okay, thank you. Bye for now.
Bye bye.